Over the years, I've heard returning residents complain that, hey, we are getting a raw deal when we do construction in Jamaica while living overseas. Hi guys. So I'm talking to you today about something that I find pretty interesting, right? So my name is AJAWI and I support returning residents to do construction in Jamaica to build their home while they're living overseas, right? So I have a problem, or I just don't understand something. I noticed something about returning residents that I kind of find unusual. Over the years, I've heard returning residents complain that, hey, we are getting a raw deal when we do construction in Jamaica while living overseas, right? I've even heard an association dedicated to returning residents inform or advise returning residents not to return to Jamaica. So what did I do? I decided that I'm going to create a system for returning residents to help them to do construction in Jamaica while they're living overseas and do it safely and get it done properly, right? So I decided to develop a system. Tried it, proved it. It works, right? It works. And what happens when I come in contact with returning residents looking to do construction in Jamaica? The first thing they do is try to change the process. Remember, mark you, I have tried the system, I have tried the process. It works, right? It works every time that I have tried it. 9 out of 10 times, 10 out of 10 times, if I follow the process, it is successful. If, however, I deviate from the process, I find that there are possibilities, and in some cases, it does go wrong. So I developed the process, I followed the process, and the process has proven itself that, hey, it works. The first thing that I've found that returning residents do whenever I come in contact with them is to try and change the process. So part of the process is if you're doing construction in Jamaica, you should get an approval. The first thing that they do is try not to get an approval and do construction, right? And then when they run into problems, they call to fix what has already been broken or has gone wrong. Another part of the process is to actually do a bill of quantities, have a budget. The first thing that most try to do is to do construction without having an actual budget. They want to do construction, they want to have a pie in the sky, or normally what I hear is, I don't really have a budget, I'm just building and as I go along, I'll figure it out. My process demands that we set a budget, even if you know that you cannot have that money right away, immediately. At least we know what that intended budget is and we can figure out how you can get that money available to you, whether you're going to borrow it, whether you're going to invest to get it, etc., etc. And again, the first thing that happens is that they don't want to set a budget. Another intriguing way that they try to deviate. Another one is, in what time period do you intend to build? Right? There is no time period. There is no timeline as to when you want to build. So in particular, I met with a client before and I was like, hey, you want to build, what is your budget? Don't have a budget. I just want to build a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house. No budget, right? No budget at all. You don't know what the construction will cost and you don't have a cap as to how much you will spend. All right, I said, hey, let's set an imaginary budget. Let's say, what do you think about $50 million? No, I don't think I want to add that budget. I can't manage that budget. But however, I still want a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house. You cannot have a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house without having a particular budget in mind, right? So I was like, okay, let's calculate it. This, based on your desire, will cost you approximately X. I cannot get X, that's her reply. I cannot get X. I don't have that type of money, but I want, and I'm like, I'm not Jesus. I can't just, magically, make it possible for you. There has to be a systematic approach towards getting you to where you want. So I was like, okay, you can't get that in 1 year. Okay, over the next 5 years, let's have a 5-year plan. And at the end of that 5 years, you will have your desired home. Right? So we say, okay, I came up with the idea that, hey, all right, within the next 5 years, at the end of 5 years, you're supposed to end up having your desired home, right? The desired home that you would want, based on what you're telling me, will cost you about $60 million, just for argument's sake. She's like, nah, I don't want to spend so much money. And I'm saying, based on what you said, this is what it will cost you. All right. But over the next 5 years, can you possibly put away, say, $10 million each year? Is that possible for you? No, I can't do that. Okay, then you may need to cut back on your wants and needs, right? Focus on your needs. No, I don't want to do that. I want this size house. They're trying to change the process, right? So the number one problem that I found with returning residents, dealing with returning residents and trying to ensure that they do construction safely and get it done properly, is that they don't want to create a contract and have tender done. They don't want to follow any particular route or a set process in order to get their construction done. I've always come across people who try to change the process. Don't know why, but that's just what it is. So, point of this video, if there is a proven process that will ensure that you get the desired outcome or your desired outcome, why not follow that process? Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell if you like this video, if you found something hilarious, something unusual within this video. If you got valuable information, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I make videos just like this one. Peace out. See you next time.
Real quick, but never let go of this here. I put all of that in my rip. Ay, blue tint papers, blowing vapors, wouldn't trade this. Long hair killer in my villa, bitch, I made it. Used to play the play, now I think we major now. She wanna lay me down, I'ma need you to hold me all the way down. Hold it down for me, you say you down for me. You say you hold it all the way down. Hold it down for me, hold it down for me. Say you hold it all the way down. Say you down for me, hold it down for me. Say you hold it all the way down. Hold it down for me. Say you down for me.